Hi, I want to share with you an album I recently completed. I had taken this class with Layle Koncar at my local scrapbook store in 2017, but she also sells her kits through Layle by mail, and I'll put the link down below. But you can't get this kit anymore because it's been a couple years, but I still wanted to share with you. I kind of changed it around a little bit. Her album was all about summer, but I didn't really want to use it as just a summer album. In 2016, both my kids were off to college, so I wanted to use this album to show the 2 years that my husband and I were empty nesters. This album covers 2016 and 2017 without any fun trips with my kids. So you'll see a lot of alcohol in here, but let's begin. So I realized I still have this last piece of journaling to do, but I think hers said summer memories or something, but I just put the years that it's covering, and I plan on just doing a summary of what this book is about, kind of like I just did a summary. So this little piece is when we left my daughter at college. She went to Long Beach and my son was already in Reno starting his semester. So I just wrote how when we were leaving that day, the difference in temperature for both kids, the difference in the time between them was 8.5 hour distance, and they were 544 miles apart. In my little journaling, I say my husband and I are somewhere in between because we're where we live. And this is just pattern paper. So a lot of this album is from her kit. She gives you detailed instructions on how to use the products she gives you in the kit. But because I knew this was going to be a 2-year album, I actually inserted a bunch of pages. So it's not exactly the way she had given it to us. So this first page, I actually made it. It wasn't part of the kit. And it's just a shaker pack. Just put a little sequins and glitter and stuff, although it doesn't really lay flat because of how big and lumpy this is. And then this card already said, I heart summer. And then I talked about over the 2 years, the 2016 and 17, how we went to our local mountain winery that plays concerts in the summer. So this actually is a concert, Cyndi Lauper concert in 2016. And this is a Blondie Garbage concert in 2017, and then an Echo and the Bunnymen and Violet Femme concert in 2017 as well. And usually I chronologically scrapbook, but this is just willy-nilly. Because when I had pictures, I chose the layouts to match the pictures, not necessarily putting it in order. So like this is the beginning of the album, but it's already in February 2017, which is a year into this whole empty nest album. And this just talks about we went up to Oakland, something we hadn't done before, to Jack's London Square. They had a little market and kind of like a street fair. And so we spent the day up there. And so this is a multi-layer spread. And a lot of the stuff, like Layle would have, you know, this kind of layout, but then I would change the stickers I used to fit what was, you know, fit my pictures. And then this layout is about a soccer game we went to in 2016. We had my company tickets, so we had really super good seats. And this little pocket page, I love it because you just put whatever in there. I just put the ticket and a couple other pages, pictures. And then this right here is just a one-page spread. We went to a 40th birthday party, and I didn't take very many pictures, but I love this picture and of the lights and the coloring in the sky. So I did it a 6x8 with a little border, and that's just all of photo paper. And then I just embellished it. This is one of my favorite ones. I love the colors, and it just was so cute. And then this is just talks about summer. That's a card that came in the kit. And then this right here is a spread, and it talks about we go to our minor league San Jose Giants game and what we like to eat and do when we watch the games. Then this one was a December 2016, and this was the first time my husband and I had gone to the Christmas tree lot by ourselves. So it was a little sad. We had our kids very young, and so we had always either had our baby, you know, even though they weren't able to help pick out a tree, our kids were always there. So it says, after 25 years of marriage, 21 being married, Troy and I went Christmas shopping all by ourselves. Oh, it was sad. And then I really had to tweak the layout that Layle had, because her album was about summer. So like, I think under here it says summer, and it says I heart, and either sun or summer. So I found, I think I actually typed the tree or something. I don't know how I did that. I think I typed that. So it wasn't summer any longer. It was more Christmas related. But I still kept the colors of this whole album. I tried to bring, you know, didn't do green and red for Christmas. And then this one goes back to May 2016. I mean, it just, whatever. And it talks about a festival we go to every year, and the sangria I had. I love these tickets. I was kind of sad we had to use them, and I couldn't actually scrapbook them, but I took a picture. And then these pages kind of go together, but not really. So one of the towns nearest does the music on Friday night. So this was in July 2016, and it talks about who we met down there, and we had drinks and listened to music. And then this is June 2017, same music festival or Friday night music, but this was a different time, and these two pages go together. And then this is from June 2016, and again, it was the Summer Night Music Festival, but just a different day. So it kind of went together, but not really. I love this one. This is a multi-page spread. I love a lot of these. You're gonna get sick of hearing me say that. But I kind of like this one because I didn't put too much embellishments. I did a little flip, and we went down to the beach, which is a little over an hour away from us. We had coffee before we left. I had always wanted to take pictures at this beach, but we never got up early enough to go. So we got up early one day and went. So I printed this 6x8 photo. I mean, look at these colors. And for the 6x8 photos, I used my Canon Pixma, I want to say 7220. It's this printer Ellie Edwards uses, and I loved it so much I had to buy one. I think it was my Christmas present one year. And then this layout is, we went up to San Francisco, and I love tulips. So in the late winter, early spring, they always have tulips on pier 39. So I angled my camera or my phone and took this cute picture. And we walked around, so it just talks about, you know, how much we walked and stuff. And then again, I did a 6x8 photo, and I didn't really want anybody's head because I didn't know anybody on this carousel. And I love how it was just this little piece, you know, and then I embellished in here. I mean, look how blue that sky was. I don't know if I put out what the temperature was. But in California, we get some good winter days that are nice. And then this was just, we had gone on Good Friday out to another section of our city and had some food and drinks and yummy cupcakes. This is back in 2016. We went to a Giants game, a San Francisco Giants game with my aunt and uncle, and it just, I was posing with this foul ball. I didn't catch it, my uncle caught it, so I'm scared when those things come around. And then just a mess. And I just barely did a little bit of journaling. A lot of this album, I did very minimal journaling. And this is, I like this layout because my husband and I, our first date was at Christmas in the Park. And so 25 years later, we were there again. So I captured this picture and talked about it. And then we went to a Sharks game that night. We're not huge hockey fans, but it's always fun to catch a game. And we're not huge soccer fans either, and we went to a soccer game, so it was just fun to put all this stuff in there. And again, we're at a San Francisco Giants game. These are my boss's seats, so they're super cool seats to have. If you ever go to San Francisco Giants game, you have to have the crab sandwich. It's a little pricey, and every year it seems to get more and more expensive, but it is so delicious. And I always have the ballpark punch. Sometimes it's not on the menu, the ballpark punch, but they should be able to make it for you. I don't even remember what's in it. It's just so good. And then this kind of went together, but it really didn't, because this talks about a movie we saw in July 2016, and this talks about a movie we saw in October of 2016. But I think this was like my last spread, and I didn't really have any paper or pictures I needed to put in, so I think I found these on my camera roll. I'm like, I'll just do about movies we had seen. And this little fold out, we went to a beer crawl, and I'm not a big beer drinker, so just my husband had it, but I did go to the bar, so it wasn't like I was lacking in drinks. But I thought it was a fun layout to do. And this is so funny. It says party license, license to have a great time. That's cute. And then this one, we had met some friends for dinner, and then we went to dance at a British pub, Britannia Arms, which is a chain. I don't know exactly where it covers, but it's a chain. So I thought this was funny because this was my friend and I at the beginning of the night and at the end of the night. So our first and hopefully our last drink that night. And then here, we met our friends downtown Morgan Hill. We were supposed to go see music, but we never made it. We were just bar hopping. And then this is a anniversary card my husband gave me. He didn't even sign his name. It was funny. He was like, you know my name. And then these were the flowers he got me that went with the card. And then a couple weeks after we had come back from New Orleans, we were missing the Banana Foster's dessert. So I found this recipe on Pinterest, and I made these Banana Foster drinks. They weren't as good as the dessert, but they were still yummy. And then again, these pages kind of go together, but they don't. So like these two here are from one of our games. We went to the Niners with some friends, and we met Randy Wynn from the San Francisco Giants. He played in 2007, and I don't know from when. I just remember he played in 2007. And then the girls got a picture with him. And then this was in December of the same year. Different group of people we met up with. And my husband and I just being silly. And this was in February 2017. We went out for drinks with a couple of two couples. So that just showed some of our drinks. We played Big Jenga. I think it was the girls against the guys, or I don't remember. But we had a really good time. Here, my husband and I just went, I think this was a Sunday, and we just went just to have a good time, and we bar hopped during the day and ate. So we went to a arts and crafts festival down in San Juan Bautista and met our friends there. Just more drinks. Then in 2017, we had gone to a wine stroll. And I don't drink beer, and my husband doesn't drink wine, so he had a wine ticket, but he would get the sample, and there was 4 other people. So he would get the sample, and he would, you know, it's your turn to have this one. So we had a little more than our fair share of wine, and then probably some other drinks. And I think this is almost the last of it. And so this is, again, a San Francisco Giants game, multi-page spread. Talks about the food we ate before. And this is the Giants ticket. I had the mascot Lucille in the during the 7th inning stretch will throw out Cracker Jacks to the Take Me Out to the Ball Game song. And I was so excited because I can't catch, because when something comes towards me, I just like, ah! And so I kind of hit it, and it opened a little bit, but I was excited because I still kind of caught it. And then this is the last layout, and it just was on Cinco de Mayo. But it took me a while to finish this. And a lot of the pages, you know, weren't part of the kit, but I made the ones that were part of the kit work. And I had a really good time. So if you ever get a chance, check out Layle by Mail, and she does really cute kits. And you won't be disappointed. Thank you for watching.